Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to a bad podcast. As you can see, Davian is in a particularly good mood today. He just thought about the wonderful fact that Manchester United haven't won a game in fucking forever. Davian, tell me how you're feeling about that.
You want to intro the podcast before you go with sports again? Why are we skipping the intro, go right to short sports? Like, you're not meant to do your whole thing. There's a way this thing works. Why you just go straight to my pain?
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to a bad podcast. We are your dick slinging, titty licking, anal ass loving. Yeah, I'm saying. Welcome. Listen, Davian wanted this. I didn't want to do this to you guys. Davian made me do this to you guys, and now we're here. But yeah, Davian, you titty licker, how are you this week, brother? I want you guys to know I had zero energy, but when we show up for the podcast, we show up.
I'm good, thank you. How are you, you anal ass licker?
Oh, bro, I'm good, bro. I'm good. Feeling tasty, man. I think obviously stream last night was a very fun stream, very good vibes. Davian is tech support of the year. We love to see it. But yeah, let's hop into short sports. Manchester City lost their first game of the season. Not of the season because they lost the cup thingy, but realistically, who the fuck really gives a shit about that? But yeah, they lost their first Premier League game of the season. Won't really mean much because they're gonna win it. And United lost again. I knew we were gonna lose, and but yeah, David, what were your thoughts, brother? What were your thoughts? Did you change your camera?
No.
Why does it look? It looks a lot better today. There's something.
Okay, cool. My thoughts on this game are: before the game, I said, "Shit, I don't want to watch this game. It's going to be shit." And the game was shit. We conceded to a man called Joachim Anderson. And I turned the game off about 60 minutes because I had no belief we were going to score. We managed to beat Palace in midweek and then play 10 times worse. And I'm bored and I'm tired. And yeah, I'm not even mad anymore. I just accept it.
I feel like you can't be mad anymore, like as a United fan. If you don't know where we are on the pecking order by now, I don't know what to tell you, bro.
No, it's very simple. I made a tweet.
I will never go into. I don't think I'll ever go into a game. Until like things drastically change, but like for the foreseeable future, I don't think I will look at a fixture and be like, "We're gonna win that."
Look, it's very simple. I made a tweet on Saturday that said, "If we lose this game, then I'm changing my mentality."
Mm-hmm.
So from now on, I no longer beef with Arsenal, the Man Cities and the Liverpools of the world. I've set my sights lower, It's time to beef with, obviously I can't beef with the Brightons and them, man. So, I'm aiming to beef with, the Nottingham Forest fans.
Brentford?
Crystal Palace. Brentford's a little too high. I'm looking to just really beef with, 10th to 16th. Like Chelsea, we can still Chelsea, me and you, we can still talk. Like
I was gonna say, we're in the same kind of category with those
Chelsea.
guys.
15 years ago, it was us versus you in the Champions League final. Now we're like 10th versus 16th. So to
be fair, at least Chelsea won a fucking Champions League in the last 3 years.
2021, yeah. But the point here is, it doesn't matter when the man is 15th. I don't care. The point here, my main point here is though, I'm beefing with them, man. I'm really looking for Nottingham Forest.
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna say Bournemouth. Them are not even in the league anymore. Who we got, fam?
You just ain't looking good, bruv.
Who we got, blood? Like, we got nothing left. Shit. Wait, no. Okay, we got Forest, Fulham, Wolves, Brentford are doing worse than I thought they were. Chelsea, Everton, right there. That's my gap. Right there, 10th to 16th. So if it's you, man, right. Every week, watch when you lose, I'm on your neck.
Sounds about right.
Dominic Calvert-Lewin.
I think looking at the other games, which obviously went on this weekend, Tottenham, Liverpool, that was a fucking shit show of a game. Refs, I don't even know what the fuck they were thinking that game.
So basically, what happened is, obviously there was the offside, but the VAR team thought the goal was given. So they looked at it, said, "Oh, it's obviously onside," and then said, "Check complete." So the referee was like, "Oh, well, there's no change, so we'll carry on." And then he gave us offside because that was the original call.
Yep.
So then once Tottenham took the free kick, apparently in the rules you're not allowed to change it. So they're like, "Oh, that's wrong." Jota got booked.
What is the
Jota
fucking
got
point if like you have
There's no
competent
point.
people?
There's no point. Jota got booked because the player he was running next to kicked his own heels and fell over, and then he got a yellow card. Then he got another yellow card a minute later. Gakpo scored a goal and injured himself.
Yeah,
and then Tottenham scored in the last minute of the game with a Matip own goal. Like, I'll be honest, if you're Tottenham, you're gassed because you never get this luck. No, you never get this luck. Like, if you're Tottenham, you're always on the wrong side of these decisions. So now you're like,
something in our favor.
It's like karma, kind of. But realistically, VAR's a piece of shit.
Damn straight, bro. And
because
I think VAR is fine. You just need people who know what the fuck. If we put you in a booth, someone just fucking competent. You know what I'm saying? If you see something, you're like, okay, cool, that's a foul, that's offside, that's offside, that's offside.
The reason why,
how can you show an offside graphic and not put the lines?
Because they knew it was onside.
It's stupid.
That's the problem. They knew it was onside, so there's a thing where they're trying to get if it's an obvious decision, they want to get it done quickly. So the problem is that because they were trying to get it done quickly, they've messed up because now they've said, "Oh, check complete." If they just said he's clearly onside, then the referee would have been like, "Oh,
you can just communicate.
VAR done." The problem is that he said check complete. The referee said, "Oh, he's offside." Tottenham already had the free kick ready in the position, kicked the ball. Once they kick the ball, you can't go back, and that's stupid. The problem, my main problem with VAR is at the World Cup we had a automated offside system.
All right.
You had the hologram. It was a hologram thing. You had like things attached to the clothing, and different they spent money on cameras. So basically, that's when you get the the whole when there was offside, they show you exactly what part of the body was offside with a white wall.
Yeah.
And obviously, that was asked to come into the Premier League to make decisions quicker, and the Premier League were like, "No, we don't want to do it because costly and also it takes away certain from it.
Billions."
Exactly, but also when we're paying we have to pay for 3 different services to watch football in this country, and then even then we only get half the games. But then, so you take out the obvious thing that would help you, which is automated offside. So it's not the lines. He is offside. It was his knee was 0.7 over. Cool. Then you got things like handballs where no one knows the rules anymore. Like right now,
it's
no one knows
fucking
the rules.
Inconsistent.
It goes to the commentary. Something gets called. Commentary look at a replay and go, "Oh, that's clearly not handball." Well, that is clearly handball. Then it goes to VAR. They watch it and they're like, "It's clearly not handball. Look at it. Where is his hand meant to go? It's hit there's no place for him to move." And then VAR slow it down to a single frame and go handball. And you're like, that doesn't make sense. Arsenal against Spurs last week, ball hit someone's hand after it hit something else, penalty. United versus Spurs, ball hit someone's hand when he's got to appear, no penalty. The Bayern game for United, fucking someone headers it onto Eriksen's hand, they're like, penalty. But then they're like, the rules they said the rules in the Champions League are more lenient than the Premier League. How does that make that? No.
It should just
football is football.
The same across the board, and everyone just follows the fucking rules.
The handball rule should be very simple. Like, is your hand in an unnatural position? Like, is it, if it's not down by your side, or if you go to jump and your hands are up here, it's a natural position because that's how you jump. If you're blocking something and your hands are up here, something that hits you, it's a natural position, you're protecting yourself. That should be it. And then did you have enough time to get your hand out of the way? And did you block a clear shot or something? Most of the things should be clear. But then against Crystal Palace game, the fucking defender's watching the ball the whole way, then turns his head, stops the ball getting to Rashford because it hit the back of his hand, and the referee's like, "Oh, but he didn't see it, so it can't be handball." Like, I might just walk around like this, then just cover my hand. And I
was gonna say, bro.
No,
cover your eyes. Then it's fine. It's fine.
It's one of them rules now that it just feels like no one knows what's going on. The referees are just going with whatever they feel like it is, and then teams are just going, "We don't know what to do." Like, commentators are literally going, "Maybe handball," and then when you see the referee go to the screen, you're like, "Yeah, handball then," because he's gonna watch it in slow motion, and it's baffling. It's a bad system. And the problem is the VAR itself has there's no issue. Rugby use it perfectly. Cricket use it almost perfectly. Basketball use it pretty well. It's the way the referees officiate things. The standard refereeing in the UK is so shit that like you get things like he's clearly onside, but we didn't want to draw a line, so we just said check complete instead of saying he's onside.
It is.
And now, if you're a Liverpool fan,
baffling.
You were down to 10 men, you would have scored a goal, that'd have been 1-0. You're like, okay, it changed your whole game. But they're like, but we couldn't, the rule couldn't change it. Just stop the game.
Can we just address something really quickly, right? Liverpool with 9 men played more competent football than United.
To be fair,
it's crazy, bro.
To be fair, Liverpool with 9 men was like, they still had, like, they've been playing with Jordan. Steven Trice said they've been playing with Jordan Henderson for a while, so they're used to it. But secondly, like, technically the way they were playing was basically collapse defense and just hope for the best. Like, when you got like that.
Bro, imagine Man United, 9 men. How many goals are we conceding, bro?
I don't know anymore. I want to say 0, and we just park the bus and lose 1-0. But I also don't know. Like, at this point, if you took 2 of the players off the pitch, I might not notice. Depends on which players they are.
Well, what are your thoughts on Rashford?
Also, who got sent? You want my honest thoughts?
Well, I got 2 loaded questions for you. Obviously, Rashford number 1, and then obviously I'll ask you about the Anthony thingy after, because Ten Hag had this press conference thingy.
I saw it. Yep.
Yeah. So go on, Rashford.
Okay, so thoughts. My honest thoughts about Rashford are that he's trying too hard to be creative.
Okay.
We've added Højlund to the team, and he's really trying hard to he's overdoing the cutback pass and the like, I'll cross it into you, and it's kind of annoying. It's similar to what we had when Ronaldo first came into the team, and he was trying too hard to be the facilitator because he wants it to work. But also, I think that people need to realize that our attacking midfield is shit.
Yep.
So when teams want to stop us, what they do is they 2v1 Rashford because he's our only good creative player who can push forward. So what happens is he gets the ball and there's about 3 men around him. And the problem is that people look at that and go, damn, why is he just running into walls? It's because it's the only... Our best seasons are when he can run forward because we don't have any other options anywhere. This brother just gets the ball and he's like, I guess I'll do it myself. And then he's literally facing like 2 or 3 defenders because we can leave the right side open because... And you only need 1 on Højlund, and we've got no really like attacking midfield where we're pushing forward as a team. You look at a team like Man City, like they can do it where like they contain the whole pitch. With us, we are playing. We brought Onana in to play a higher line. It didn't work, so now we play a deeper line, which means we should have just kept.
I was gonna say, like, there's no point in having that style of football when you know you don't have the players to play that style of football.
Not only is that because obviously we've had defensive injuries, so that's like fair enough, but Onana hasn't started the way like remember everyone was like Onana's going to be like basically a centre midfielder,
savior, bro. Yeah.
Remember when he was like he was all the jokes were like he's going to basically be a centre midfielder. He's going to be so high up the pitch that he'll be passing. Like no, that hasn't happened. He's been on his own line.
It's fucking United.
So
that's not going to happen.
But it's partly due to him climbing the league. Partly due to him making a lot of mistakes and not having the confidence. Partly due to the fact that his defense isn't the defense that like we don't have like Luke Shaw. We've got like Amrabat playing left, that's all like that. Like, so basically, we play so far deep now that whenever we get the ball,
by the way.
What
Amrabat at fucking left
because
back,
you know why? Because we had Alvaro Fernandez, who was a backup left back we could use as a young player, and we got rid of him because the club is
sounds like the United way.
Basically, the way I feel about Rashford is he's not playing the best, but also I don't think I think that like 70% of the blame that he's getting is people just looking for anyone to blame. I don't think you can look at most players in our team and say they're playing well, but also it's going to look a lot more as Rashford because last season, when he got those balls in that position, he was scoring, so you just kind of expect more from him. But also, him and Højlund are trying and they're working out things. Like, there's moments in the game where I'm like, okay, you guys look good, but then our team in itself is so shit.
I was gonna say,
and it starts from the top. It works all the way down. We react way too late to buy players. So now, like things like. We were going to buy Kim Min-jae from Bayern before we went to Bayern. We didn't. We started. Why? Because we're like, we don't need more centre-backs, do we? So do we want to put the money in that? We did need more centre-backs. Now half our team are injured. Martinez is out for 3 months, which means we've got Lindelof or Maguire. I just watched Lindelof get...
That is actually Lindelof
Lindelof just got buried by... Lindelof just got battered by Mateta, blood. I said, what? Arteta? Dark was like, no, Mateta. I was like,
did you say the wrong name?
no, Mateta, blood. I had to go watch it back. I thought he said Mikel Arteta. I was like, no, he doesn't play. That's dumb. We got bodied by Mateta, blood. The man is saying he's got the upper body strength of a child. I was like, okay, fair. Then fucking we got who else? We got fucking Maguire. Like the fact that we have to look at Maguire going, can you play a couple of 90 minutes? Shows you where we are. We don't buy anyone until we need them, and then it's too late. So we have to overpay for them.
Obviously, there'll be a premium on that.
So you look at teams like Brighton. Brighton bought Matoma for 4 million. They bought Caicedo for like 2-3 million. They buy the players before they need them, so they can buy them for cheaper. And then like the Brighton chairman's like, we buy a player before we sell a player, because then when we sold the player, other clubs know we need the player, so they charge us more. And I'm sat there going, raw. I sat there looking like that. I sat there just like kind of flirt. I was looking at the screen like, damn, is that what it's meant to be like? Damn, he's kind of. Are you kind of? Oh shit! Like I was like, oh shit, he's talking facts, you know. I was like, look at, and then I realized that the Glazers have ruined me, because I'm just sat here like, no. What we should do is just buy a right winger for 80 million and wait too late until we need the strike. Like when we need a striker, we'll buy one. That's why we lost Ronaldo. We had to bring in Weghorst because we didn't have a backup striker. We can't sell Martial. We sold Fred, then didn't have a backup for Fred, even though Fred is a backup. We lost Luke Shaw to injury and Malacia, and we were like, oh, mad, we didn't see that coming. I'm back. Go run left back. Last season, Luke Shaw had to play left centre back because we had no left centre back, and we still aren't like he did a good job, but he shouldn't have been needed. And we're looking at it going, oh well, we are the person who reacts to things and goes, oh, it's not our fault though, innit? Because like, how could we have seen that many injuries come in? And it's like it's going through the whole team. The whole team looks dead, tired, uninspired, unmotivated. We can't score a goal to save our lives. We've only scored like 7 goals. Is it 7 goals all season? Fucking. We scored 7 goals all season and conceded 11 or 12. And I think I don't remember. Like, we've won 3 games. We beat Wolves, we beat Burnley, and we beat. I don't fucking know.
I shouldn't have clicked the results table. I don't even want to look at that, bro.
We've won 3, lost 4, blood. I know things. I remember I remember every loss. We lost to Tottenham, Brighton, Crystal Palace. 1-0, 1-0, blood. We are 1-0.
Like we are actually just
1-0. What? No, that's what we need, fam. Fam, we just need 1 goal. Apparently, that's 1 goal. That's good enough for us.
Try defend is the key.
Try. Where are we trying? Where are we trying to Nashe?
Bro, David, listen, bro.
We beat Forest. We beat Forest. We beat Forest. We went 2-0 down.
What are our next upcoming fixtures? We're playing Galatasaray tomorrow. That game.
No,
I think we can get a draw.
I don't want to play Galatasaray.
We can get a draw.
Okay. I'll tell you right now.
That's the most optimistic I've ever.
I'll tell you right now. We beat Galatasaray, and then we lose to Brentford.
Oh no, we're 100% losing to Brentford.
Tell me our next 5 games. I'll tell you every one of the scores. We can come back to this later. I'll tell you exactly what the scores are. Okay.
So Galatasaray, win, lose, draw.
Win. We win 2-1. We don't deserve to win. I bet it's a penalty. It's at Old Trafford, right?
Yeah.
No, we beat Galatasaray. We beat them like 2-0, 2-1. Because Champions League night, that man are gonna Galatasaray are gonna try and be defensive. We'll score a goal. We'll score another goal. We'll score another. Because they're not gonna want to. Yeah, because that's what you do in Europe. You don't want to lose, and you also they'll try and circle pressure. We'll score 1 shit goal. Casemiro will score, and then either Rashford or Bruno will score, and that'll be enough.
CDM will score.
No, because he will. Casemiro's gonna score. Casemiro's gonna score from the Mount corner.
I am sick of this team.
No, a Mount free kick. Casemiro. Then
I'm sick.
Rashford scores a rebound, 2-0, and then we're like, oh shit, we're killing it, and then everyone's gonna be a little bit happier. And then Galatasaray will score consolation, and the last 10 minutes will be the worst and longest 10 minutes of everyone's life because we're just expected to make it 2-2. And the whole time everyone's gonna be watching like this, and Maguire's gonna be on the pitch trying to defend, and we're gonna hate our lives. What's next?
All right. Brentford, win, lose, draw. Obviously, we're losing that game to me.
No, draw, because Brentford aren't playing well. They haven't got
like your
Tony.
optimism,
So
bro. I really do.
I said draw. I said draw.
Listen, no.
Me, blood. I want to win.
No, because initially you said lose. Now you said draw. So
because I remember they haven't got optimistic. No. Do you want to know what? Do you want to know why I said draw? Because I remembered where Brentford are in the fucking table. That's what, I remember. I remember that Brentford have won one game all season, so it's gonna end 0-0 because neither of us niggas can score. They haven't got Ivan Toney, so what's going to happen is the whole game is just going to be sideways passing, 0-0, and everyone shakes hands and it's a 6-pointer. Okay, next.
All right, Sheffield United away. I draw. I'm saying draw. They're bottom of the table, but don't mean shit. I think it's going to be a draw.
1-0.
He's still praying?
1-0. I don't know who to.
Oh, okay. So you're saying we're going to win 1-0, lose 1-0?
No, 1-0. I don't know who to. I know it's going to be 1-0. Okay. I just don't know who to. I want to say we win.
Okay, based off those three, just those three games, if Ten Hag loses all three, right? Obviously, changing the manager won't do shit. Let's be honest. Correct. Changing the manager won't do shit anymore.
Yep.
But what would you do at that point? We lose the next three games on the bounce.
What's the question?
What would you suggest at that point? What do, bro?
This is going on YouTube. I can't say what I suggest.
Because I was gonna read out the next results. Because I was gonna say Copenhagen probably win that.
It's Copenhagen, and the next game is Man City.
Is Newcastle. We're losing the City.
Okay, no. So here's how it goes. Here's how it goes. I'm 10. No. I don't know if Newcastle wax us, but here's what I know for sure. We beat Galatasaray. We probably beat Brentford. We could beat Sheffield United. If we beat Copenhagen, all of these niggas on Twitter are going to be like, "Oh, the team's back," and then we're going to play City, and everyone's depression's going to hit at the same time when they realise that we can't go into a Man City game with Maguire blood. We cannot. Pep is going to just be like, "Oh shit, I ain't even gonna play." Pep's be like, "Oh shit, I don't know how to even come up with a game plan. Let's just play 2-6-1-6. Fuck it, you might do what you want." And they're gonna walk into Doku. Doku is going to rip Dallo a new asshole.
Bro, I can't. I was watching a TikTok. It was a Jack Grealish interview, and he was speaking about one game. They were winning 1-0 or something, and obviously they went for a water break or whatever. Pep went up to Grealish and said, play left back. And Jack was like, what? He's like, Pep said, play left back. Then let whoever the fuck was at left back play, obviously, left wing. And Jack was so fucking confused. Obviously, it was 1-0 at the time. They ended up winning that game 4-0. I want to know how tactically, I don't understand how any of that shit made sense. But it worked. And even Jack was like, I just did the job he told me to do. I don't know how we ended up winning 4-0, but we did. I was like, make it make sense. Make it make sense. And also, I try to think about, imagine that Ten Hag told Rashford to play left back. That shit ain't never happening.
No, but the thing is, he's what's dumb. But he's what's dumb because you're telling Grealish to play left back. Mm-hmm. Makes sense because you can. I'm sure that you're looking at things like space on a pitch. But you know what you'd have to do for that to work? You have a style of fucking play.
Bro, we have a style. Okay? Bro, we... I wanted to piss you off. I just wanted to piss you off. Your look. Picks up the bottle. All right, but okay. Basically, we're in the mud. All right.
What I'll say is, realistically, Mount played well. Casemiro is decent. Bruno needs to find a way to work in the system because he's looking like he's drowning, and I don't like it.
Yeah, I was going to say, Bruno
obviously, we've got Anthony coming back, which I'm not happy about, but the game was a game, whatever. Højlund and Rashford seem to work together, but they need more spacing. Our defense is so shit at this point that I'm actually considering we just stop playing defense. What I think we do is we just go all out attack from the first whistle. You know what? You play FIFA and you're two at the back and then you put 8 forward. Yeah. So I just think Ten Hag should go, look, Dallo, you can't defend as it is. So Amrabat, you like to play. Amrabat, you stay at the back and just cover wherever the ball is. Just chase it like a little dog. Varane,
chase it like a dog.
Yeah, Varane, you centre back and just cover. Lindelof, just go sit in the corner. Go sit in the corner and if Varane gets beat, run over there and let Mateta just embarrass you again. And then everyone else, just fuck off. Just go. We'll get shots on target at least. We'll win the XG race or something.
Some kind of progress will be made.
Onana, don't worry about being in the goal. Start at centre mid. Get the ball and just ping it. Because I mean, realistically, what we're gonna do, like, because the way we're trying to defend and like control the play and the Ajax way isn't gonna work when we've got just dead players. Like, I was
gonna say we don't have the team for it.
I look on the bench and I'm like, you see, like City when they're like not playing well, they can look at Grealish, Foden, and Alvarez. Arsenal can have Jesus on the bench, bring off like fucking Trossard, and then look to our bench and it's just McTominay, Maguire,
the only
Dan Gore. I'm like,
I was gonna say, when I look at the bench, Garnacho is the only one I look at. I'm like,
Garnacho, but
I like you.
You know the problem with Garnacho is he can only attack. So therefore, if we're bringing him on, like an attacker's coming off, so usually it's like, oh great, we're going to be taking off Rashford or Pellistri or Rashford or Anthony to bring on Garnacho, and it's like, cool, it's going to be the exact same thing. Like, Garnacho isn't a different style of attacker to Rashford or Anthony. He just does what they do he does what they do, more direct, but a little less quality with it. So usually I'm like, you might get us a goal, but also, we don't have like a.
Comes with pressing. You know, I am still fucking vexed about this. By the way, everyone in the fucking media and their fucking grandmother last season, pressing was the biggest thing in the world, right? Ronaldo doesn't press. Tell me who in that front fucking team in United presses. It ain't Rashford. Højlund does, and Garnacho, when he comes on, he presses. No one else does.
Garnacho does for 10 minutes. So the reason why Ten Hag was so on about Ronaldo's pressing,
it's stupid,
is because he's a centre player. So basically, when Ronaldo was on that pitch last season, not his first season, it wasn't an issue. It's his last season, the one where he got to the issues. He genuinely was an issue because he could not be asked to go. And also, I will preface this by saying, last season, something was like, obviously he had the miscarriage stuff. There was obviously something up with Ronaldo. I think people kind of skim over that. Like, there was visibly something wrong with Ronaldo. Whether it was his body slowing down, whether it was his mental state, he wasn't the same Ronaldo everyone knew. And you could tell it by his actions and the things he was doing. But he also definitely would see a centre back with the ball, kind of walking out of defence and go, yeah, I don't care. Yeah.
Bro, makes no difference. Rashford doesn't fucking do it.
Like, because Rashford's on the wing. No, because you do not need, when you're playing in the back four, you need your front striker to press them so they play the ball out wide and don't just walk into midfield.
And then when they pass it out wide, they can still just walk the ball anyway.
Because Rashford and his right back are in a one-on-one situation. So all Rashford has to do is track. He doesn't have to press. The wingers are the same. They have to track, not press.
Bro,
it's the midfield and the
media last year was like everyone on the team presses together.
No, but you press.
You can actually tell, bro. They press together.
City
everyone on the team
City don't have to press.
Effort in, bro.
But City don't press.
They don't have to because they control the game 90% of the time. That 10% when they do.
Arsenal press. City don't press. Because City stoke pressure and then eventually like the ball back because they're so deep in your area that it's different. What I'm saying is, Ronaldo's one was breaking apart, and Højlund is very clearly different in doing it. You don't need your wingers to be constantly trying to press them because all they're going to do, if you press them out wide, you want the ball out wide. That's when you want the ball. You want the ball at your right back because what the fuck is he going to do? But our midfield don't press up with our attack. So when they get the ball, we just leave gaps. So if Rashford runs in and goes there, they just pass the ball inside and go back out wide. It's the same with Anthony on the other side. Like, you should only be pressing them when they get into your half because then it's a 2-on-1. But we don't actually have the ability to do basic football. So now, even our basically our basic football is so bad that now you look at a player, you're like, I don't even know what you're doing, what your plan is. Like, there are footballers that are like, yeah, that's Rashford's told not to do this. Like, Rashford's told not to press there. Like, he's told to stay there and not press. Because otherwise, Ten Hag will literally take him off the pitch. The problem is that the instructions, it's like FIFA, innit? Like, If it works, you look sick. But when you look shit, you just look like an asshole. And right now, our whole team looks like assholes. So now, when you slow it down, you look at it, you're like, why isn't Rashford running? But that's what Ten Hag wants him to do. But also, it doesn't work if I centre mid can't control the game, I centre backs can't win a header, and then we lose every game. It's like when it's going wet. Like last season, we played the exact same way and won 12 games in a row, won a Carabao Cup. And it was a whole run from after the World Cup to like February, March when it fell apart. 12, 13 games in a row we won. We beat City, we beat Newcastle in the final, we beat Arsenal, we beat like it was like there were names clicking off the shit, and it was the same tactics that we played now. The same way, same form, but it's just that when it works, we're like, oh my god, like cool, it's sick. When it doesn't work, it's like, what the fuck are you niggas training? Like
that's a fucking good question. All right.
Well, you know what's worse? Wolves beat Man City. Like, what the fuck? Like, Wolves? Like,
lucky game, bro. All right. Final question for you. Obviously, thoughts on Anthony returning to the team? The final bit, and then we'll move on to
United. United, at its heart, United are a scumbag club full of pieces of shit. Also, I think Ten Hag is a bit of a dick. I can't lie. The way he talks about some players and then talks about others is mad. Because Anthony can literally have a whole sexual assault charge thing on him and admit that he put his hands on his woman at one point on TV and do interviews and shit. But let Sancho say, "Look, I don't like being scapegoated," and that man's like, "You're abandoned until you say sorry." Like how it's this brother is like it's favoritism to the maximum level. Anthony will be starting on the weekend.
Bro, and I don't know. I don't even know anymore, man. Don't get me wrong. Like I said, like changing the manager won't make a difference. I've said that, but
United need a whole. I think since Fergie covered up a lot of the cracks in United because we looked unbeatable with him because he was able to do a thing where like he had like so when we beat Arsenal 8-2, people talk about that game. People never talk about the team that played that game. We had players like Anderson in the team and like fucking like if you look back at the team that beat Arsenal 8-2, it wasn't a good team. You look back at the last team that won the Premier League, it was not a good team. What we had is a manager who could get the best out of players, and it was an aura. Once we lost Fergie, we lost that aura because we put Moyes in, it wasn't there. But everything from top to bottom of United's wrong. From Glazers to the executives to the fucking research department, the scouts, the manager, the fucking players, like everything. There's just.
So I was gonna say, should a sale happen, 90% of a good amount of people will be leaving.
No. It needs to be a great. It needs to be a great amount, brilliant amount. It needs to, fam. I need to go away for a week, come back, and the Red Devils aren't even the Red Devils anymore. Blood. I need to see like the red needs to change. Make it a different.
It just rings like it just comes back to me because like obviously I watch like obviously people who like United reporters and all that good shit, and like I think this week they kind of rang back to like obviously the Ronaldo interview when it was like obviously Ronaldo spoke about the Glazers etc saying like honestly the club has not changed and like it's just literally the same that it was.
That's the only thing
15 years ago, and if you compare it to any other, I don't know, competent club, like obviously as big as United is, like obviously you compare it to Real Madrid at the time or Juventus actually as well, and then like now people are saying obviously they don't agree with the whole fucking interview obviously, but like those points at the beginning when he brought them up, he was like he shouldn't be saying that about the club, but then now people are like obviously it's an issue. But
the thing for me is Ronaldo. I hated Ronaldo's interview because of who he did it with and the timing of it. But also when he brought the Glazers stuff, it was stuff that was very obvious to fans of the club and people knew. But it was nice to hear it from someone else. And I was hoping it would put more pressure on the Glazers to sell, but then they announced they were going to sell, and then they've put the price so high that now.
They're like, we'll sell, but we still want to be.
Well, what they're doing is they're trying to
in the fucking club.
No, it's not that.
And Qatar,
they're trying to do a bidding war. They're trying to do a bidding war. They knew that Jim Ratcliffe wanted the club, and they knew Qatar wanted the club, so they were like, "Oh, we'll just keep."
But then Qatar are like, "We'll give you the money, but you're not keeping the shares."
No, because they keep raising the money. No, they keep raising the money. It was like $6 billion initially. Said Glazers went away and said we want $8 billion. Like they was 20% more. Qatar were like
$8 billion.
It is though. That's the problem.
Are you mad? 8
It
billion.
is commercially, yeah. Real Madrid. No, it is worth it, but like also they don't deserve it. Like, I mean, like when you're looking at like 6, 7, like the valuation of it, it's around that, and but also considering the debt, that's where they should just like take a loss on it and whatever. But it's like,
Bro, like we are massively in
yeah,
debt.
no,
That's
the
actually
in
fucking
debt, yeah,
crazy.
the in debt problem is because they bought the club on a fucking loan. The problem is that United dominated 2000 really to like 2000 and like 2000 to like 2004 was like United versus Arsenal. 2005 is when Chelsea got Abramovich and won 2 or 3, and then we dominated from like 2008, 2007, 8 with Ronaldo and Rooney and like Tevez to like 2013, 2014. City won one league, but it was mostly United. All the other clubs were playing catch up to us.
It's like because I'm looking at
And
the
they invested
valuations
money.
on ESPN right now. Obviously, like you said, Real Madrid is the most valuable club in the world.
Yeah.
Then United second,
But then
about
everyone
4.8 billion.
everyone put investment into their clubs. City did it with the tight ownership, and then obviously the one they've got now. Liverpool got John Henry in. Chelsea, obviously Abramovich was always pumping money in until the Russia-Ukraine dispute. Arsenal, as much as they hate Sam Kroenke, he started to put more money in. So all Newcastle obviously got the Saudi Arabia thing. So all these clubs have been like trying to build. They spent years trying to build to where United were, whereas United just stayed at the same level. So now all these teams have passed us, and all these teams got better facilities, better like people, better stats, like better recovery, better everything, and we're still where we were 10 years ago. And you can't. And it's the same. That's when you see these decisions like Anthony. Like it's poorly communicated by poor executives, poor interviews, poor structure. Like only United do this shit. Everyone else different, but somehow we are just still like. And Anthony's come back, and even the way he did the fucking press conference, I'm like, oh god, this is horrible. Like,
yeah, bro.
Like,
Someone was one question. I think you have to remember. A reporter asked Ten Hag thingy, what message does it send to people who've been through or victims of domestic abuse? If you're just choosing to put him back on the pitch before obviously anything's found out, and and Ten Hag said, well, he's cooperating with the police, so you know
he was going to bring Greenwood back. Like, what are we doing?
Everyone loves this man. This man is dodgy to me. No.
So the thing is, I respect Ten Hag as a football coach and his philosophy. Like, it's cool. It's his philosophy is of the breakdown of the same philosophy that Pep and the Johan Cruyff.
Are you under the house of you just rate him from a football perspective, nothing else? But then do morals not factor in at some point though? Like
there was a second part to my sentence. So his football philosophy, the Cruyff thing, like it's a beautiful side of football that if you can put it together correctly is incredible. Now, as a human being, I'm seeing a little too many red flags. Little too many red. Like suddenly, like the yellow cards add up, and then I'm seeing suspension. Like, okay, you put Rashford on the bench for being 32 seconds late. I was like, okay, because we almost lost that game. But you had to bring him on, and then he scored. I was like, okay, but keep it your sadness. I'm like, cool. Then there was a Sancho mental health break, and I'm like, okay, the way you handled that, I didn't like, and I didn't like it last year when you did it because you kind of put him out to dry and then like kind of just said nothing, but then said enough that people thought that like Sancho's basically begging off or whatever, like he doesn't have the facilities. I looked at players, I'm like, I'm looking at how you did it with certain players. I'm like, I don't like this. Like, okay, cool. And then the Greenwood thing happened, and I said, okay, now I really don't like what's going on here. And then the Anthony thing happened, and the way he dealt with that, and I'm like, okay. Then I realized that Anthony played like every game we had when he was healthy, even when he wasn't playing one. I'm like, okay, cool. I'm seeing favoritism here. I'm like, okay. And then, I'm starting to see that like certain centre mids aren't getting time, younger players aren't getting time, and I'm like, okay. Then I'm seeing an assistant, like we play a big game, Bruno has to play right wing, so we can play McFred and I'm like, okay. I'm gonna go with it. I'm gonna go with it.
Throw back to when Bruno was playing centre back, by the way.
I'm gonna go with it. I'm gonna go with it. I'm gonna let it cook. Let's see what he does, and then we lose, and you're like, okay, cool. And then I realized about halfway through last season that literally, if we didn't, Bruno and Rashford were only outputting the season. It was Bruno, Rashford, Casemiro. That was it. Like if Rashford, Bruno, or Casemiro didn't score, we don't win a game or score a goal. And I said Rashford is a wing. Like wingers do not consistently score 30 goals a season in the Premier League or in the league. It doesn't happen. think that's why Salah's one of those like, whoa, because he managed to keep a consistent amount of scoring. Because teams can literally stop wingers by double teaming them or creating things to stop them getting space because you're in a confined area. So I was like, Rashford's not going to keep scoring, so we're going to have to find goals in other areas of the pitch. And I'm looking at Ten Hag like, brother, you thought the answer was Greenwood. Like, you thought it was worth bringing Greenwood back over trying to use the players you've got. And I was like, yeah, this ain't gonna. I don't know how this ends, I don't know if it makes it through the season, but I don't want it to leave because there's no other options.
If by Christmas we don't pick up form, I think he'll be gone.
But the thing is, I don't know if they get rid of him.
No, because his contract is going to be up at the end of the year. Well, end of the season, obviously the end of the season. So they have to decide whether you give him a new contract or you let him go.
So the thing with the Glazers is like, I think that they will keep him in purely because all the slack can be on his head, isn't it?
Oh yeah, damn straight.
So then they might just keep him in because he doesn't seem to.
If you sell anyway in the next upcoming year,
because when they say jump, he seems to say how high.
They're gonna get rid of him anyway.
Yeah, because then they might get rid of him, but then it's like, okay, but then who do you bring in? Because like there are not many elite managers right now, like, and then it's like, I don't know, the club's a mess. It's been a mess, and now it's just looking like more of a mess. And now we're kind of in like fluke wins, and now we can't fluke wins, and now we're acting like assholes behind the scenes. So now I'm just like, I actually started to fall out of love with the club. Like
it's getting worse, bro. And
it's like it's the point where like when we can see this Crystal Palace, I turned the game off and went about my life. Not because I don't love the club, but just like I don't like you man as humans.
There's no fucking point.
But I don't like you man as humans. And now you're playing shit. So like, where's my joy? Like, what do you want from me? And you know what I did? I went and turned on the Bayern game and said, it's not. I'm not enjoying it in the same way. And then that team fucking drew, and I was like, you know what? No, there's no joy for me here. Like, there's nothing left. And I just sat there like, no, we put on PSG, and I swear they didn't even win. I was like, you know what? I'm good. I'm not football ain't for me, and I'm just gonna move on. I was like, maybe if I just don't watch, then it might work. Because I watched PSG draw. They were Clement foot. I don't even know who they are, blood.
All right. Well, I feel like that's enough. That's enough United talk for one day.
All right, next week, I'm not doing United talk. I don't care if we win or lose. I'm not. Short sports will be golf, tennis, NFL, NHL, F1, whatever you want. Don't worry, but it will not be. Kill myself. Fuck you, T. I want to skip over this. Why you make me hate my life? I'm gonna go.
And we're back. All right. So, I feel like that's enough sports. Shout out to Jude Bellingham being clutch again for Real Madrid. Gareth Bale for getting another trophy in the Ryder Cup. And Vidal for fucking winning an English title in boxing, bro.
Championship.
Fucking
I'll be honest.
Huge.
It's sick for Vidal. But like that guy was a 12-0 fighter who didn't even try and win.
Yeah, it was a walk down. It was a beat down. It
was barely a beat down because that man just refused. The man just kind of held block and said, fuck it, I'll take a loss.
Accepted his fate. Anything else sports-wise you want to mention here? I'll say I don't give a shit about American football or anything, so...
Fuck Taylor Swift.
The GOAT Taylor Swift. All right. Who even is Travis Kelce? All right, moving on.
Fuck off! That's my team. Fuck off. Sorry.
Influencer news. I genuinely. I mean, I've been active on Twitter. Also, Edge AEW, awesome. Obviously, sports wrestling. That's fucking great. Influencer news. I don't think I've seen anything really. I mean, Speed's on 20 versus 1, which is coming
Dillon
out today at
Daniels.
5 p.m.
Dillon Daniels might be putting up a fight.
Oh, yeah, Dillon Daniels might actually not fight because of the lawsuit.
No, fuck off. That nigga just doesn't want to. He tweeted an hour ago a picture of Logan's girl. I did ask him tweeted an hour ago a picture.
Who's it with?
Huh?
Who's it with? Or is it just like
no one?
Random foot?
Just her taking her underwear off. Like, look, man, I can't. It's like a shoot, but like, he just posted morning, and it's and then Fred was like, I'm interviewing Danis today, and I said, how come I have no idea about this? Like,
oh my God, bro.
He's also on the Hawani show.
Scumbag.com, bro. Scumbag.com. Did you see Joe Rogan was speaking about obviously that with Sean O'Malley. Sean O'Malley does not like Dillon Daniels at all. He's hoping that man gets his shit pushed in, bro. Because even Joe Rogan was like, he's a great troll, but if that was me, obviously Joe Rogan also agreed, like, yeah, it's just scumbag behavior.
I'll be honest, I don't think Dillon Daniels is that good of a troll.
I mean, bro, I think because it's misfits and obviously the younger audience as well.
It fits so that's my thing.
Into that realm, bro. It
fits perfectly into childish trolls. It's not good trolls.
I was gonna say.
Okay, so this is an example of what I mean. So, obviously, everyone knew that Edge was going to debut for AEW, and they were pretty sure about it. Someone said, "What should Edge's new name be in AEW?" Man put Nina Agdal, and I was like,
"But who's the commentator at AEW?" One of them I saw. I can't remember. It was like on a wrestling post thingy. It was like a post after the show interview thingy. It was like, "Listen, I've been calling him Edge my whole life. I'll still be calling him Edge." And I think it's like Tony Khan said, "I can't do it, but it's gonna take time." If you hear me say
MJF did it too. He was like Edge, and then Tony Khan went, "Wait," he went, Adam Copeland.
Adam Copeland, the rated R superstar,
which is also trademarked by AEW. Nice.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
But also, my point was like, I don't think he's a good troll, and I think that like, I think he obviously because it's a younger audience, he gets away with a lot more. Like, because he can kind of like, because that man just find anything funny, like
fucking crazy. Yeah,
because obviously, like, that man can pretty much get anything over with his young dickhead. You just, like, especially like as much like misogynistic comments, you can just pretty much get away with anything because people they just find it funny because these little kids are so virtually online they've never talked to a woman, so to them it's just funny. But like,
bro, that Andrew Tate stuff was insane as well.
He has to fight last week. He has to fight. Like, I'm not having this man do all this to then be like, oh, but the lawsuits are too. Like, just fight.
Bro.
What's the point of building to like this? Is like the third or fourth fight he's built to that just doesn't happen. It's like,
yeah, it's. I mean, the last fight, I think, again from the Joe Rogan podcast, I think it was like 5 years ago. On Bellator, it was on Bellator like 5 or 6 years ago.
Don't worry, there's a website for it. He hasn't fought in 1,571 days.
Jesus Christ. That is wild.
And then he calls himself a real fighter. Something like that, yeah. It's around. Jesus. And they call himself a real fighter, and it's like, look, you just find reasons to back out every time. He's 30 years old. He hasn't fought since, what, 25? 24, 25?
That is wild.
He's also, what is he, like, 2-0 in MMA?
Yeah.
So people are talking about Dillon Daniels like, oh, like he talks about himself like he was running anything, but like
he wasn't.
He probably fought one journeyman and one like debuting guy or something like that, maybe.
Yeah, probably.
And then you're 30. You know, he needs the exposure more than he needs the fight.
Pretty much. Well, hopefully the fight does actually happen.
If the fight goes off, it's the greatest card. Like, it's 2 weeks away.
Oh yeah, no.
Greatest card.
Goated. I'll be in Blackpool when that happens.
Yeah, I booked that week. I was like, nope, no one can do anything with me. You know, no. His last fight was June 2019.
2019, not bad.
I mean, he's had 2 fights. 28th of fucking April 2018 and 14th of June 2019. Both by he's had a collective of 5 minutes, 6 minutes in the ring in the octagon. Yeah,
Jesus
2 submissions.
Christ. That is quite tragic for a fucking fighter, bro.
The first guy he fought is 2-5.
Okay.
And Dillon Daniels was his last fight.
All right.
He won. When I say he started fighting in 2013, lost his first fight, won a cage fighting event on decision, won against some guy called Bo Smith, and then lost 4 in a row. The other guy he fought was 3-3.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. So basically, Dillon Daniels, his whole career is he fought 2 guys who've never actually done anything, and then was known as being Conor McGregor's friend. That's about it.
Fair enough. Well,
better than Tommy though. So.
I was gonna say better than Tommy. Hopefully, I think next week.
Boxers hate Tommy Fury, by the way.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Like,
I don't really get why, but I kind of get why.
No, so they hate him because he obviously went to Love Island when, like, so it's the going into Love Island and that's how he made a name for himself. Like they see him as more of a reality star than whatever. Also using the Fury name and whatever. But also it's the fact that he's not good. To them, man, they're really confused. Like he was getting like TV events after the Love Island stuff, and he's not good. Like he couldn't. He thought Anthony Taylor informed him a decision, which is mad when I deep it. Because look at Anthony.
Anthony Taylor gets waxed by other.
No, but Anthony Taylor's so small.
I was gonna say, but I don't know. Was that the exhibition one? Was that a different one?
It was on the card. It was like on the card.
Was it Saudi Arabia?
Yeah. It was on the.
Yeah. Oh,
it was
yeah.
on
No,
Jake card.
that bro, they didn't even fight. Like they were told to spar, weren't they?
No.
Because like, bro, if you watch that fight, they did not fight.
Oh yeah, he wasn't trying to punch him up. But also it's because Tommy couldn't really like. He just got. Like Tommy said he was treated like a spar so that Jake didn't get too scared.
I mean, to be fair, considering how Jake picks his opponents, kind of clever. If that's true.
Yeah, but also
if that's true, that's clever.
Yeah, but also I just don't treat it. Like and that was a man who was 5'7", so he's not like he's all that size and shit. Like, but it's
fair enough.
It's just funny, isn't it? Have you seen the Beta Squad video?
Nope.
I can't lie, it might be one of my favorite videos they've done.
What is it?
It's a last to leave the box with AMP.
Oh.
So obviously the American group AMP, they've done like a last to leave the box with some like random challenges, and it's just
actually funny.
One of the first 5 minutes, the man just start dancing. But then they start making up a freestyle to them because there's no music. And I was like, you know what? I was thinking, I probably want to do a Beta Squad video more than I want to do a Cyber one.
I mean, okay, question for you. Like, trying to figure out how to fucking phrase it. If you're thinking about who do you think is the biggest content creator in the UK at the moment? Obviously, biggest content creator in the UK at the moment.
I mean, I guess JJ, like
by default, right?
Yeah.
Who would you put after him? Or just imagine JJ's not factored in at all.
I'm trying to think because like so you got KSIs, and then I'm like, we don't really have that many like. I feel like most of our UK like YouTubers fell off.
They're just not putting in effort, bro. Like, and don't get me wrong, for the ones who are actually trying, I get it. Because like I was looking at my subscription box, right? I'm subbed to like all the big names and stuff. Like I looked at the recent like Will and E video that he posted on his main channel. It was him walking across wherever to get to his friend who was in a totally pitch black, like dark house or whatever.
The place where it never dark.
Yeah, and I was watching that video and I was like, and then the Burnt Chip put out I slept in the world's deepest hole or something.
You uploaded something.
And I yeah. I don't even know how long ago that was. Probably like last week maybe, or the week before. And I was like,
a month ago.
That was a month ago?
Deepest Hotel.
Yeah.
Yep, a month ago.
Bro, and I didn't see it in my sub box. I saw it like in my recommended. 2 months. Bro, like in my recommended, bro. Like I'm just like I like all you guys. You guys are fucking funny. But there's just nothing anymore.
They've all moved to podcasts.
And I get a podcast. I mean, hey, listen, please like, subscribe, and comment down below. But give me content. I think it's maybe because like there is obviously a new wave of content creators. I just haven't discovered them yet, bro. Because I don't know. It's sad though. It's sad. It is sad. Because I was thinking about like the USA, bro. Like, I have just so many people just still doing shit all the time.
Sorry, here's how I feel. I used to be able to log on to YouTube at 6 p.m. and have videos to watch until midnight.
I was gonna say
now I go on TikTok maybe for an hour or so. I don't like to scroll in, and then like now they ain't really nothing like.
I might get an hour if I'm lucky. Usually it's about 30 minutes of content.
Like I normally get like a couple videos, and then you get them videos you don't want to watch. Or like you like that video, I'm not interested in that, and then about 10 minutes to scroll later, you're like, you know what? Let me watch that video. Actually, let me see. Like it might be alright.
I've done that.
I'll see a Simon reacts or something, or like I'll be like,
oh,
pack
Simon
opening
reacts anymore, bro.
I'll see like a pack opening. I'm like, I'm not really interested in pack opening. I'm like, scrolling. And I'm like, you know what? Actually, you know what? Let me just put the pack opening and let me see what's going on over there.
Bro, fucking Josh and Simon did a pack battle thingy. I clicked the video. I watched like 5 minutes and then I was like, yeah, didn't
I don't want to watch people. I've seen you man open packs so many times.
I was gonna say, just mix it up somehow. It involved like, I don't know, forfeits or something. Spice it up a little bit, you know, bro.
Nothing, it's just let's spend our money and then whoever
and then like whoever does, you'll have to just like quick sell.
It
matters. You can buy them back.
lose these virtual characters that you're gonna make money on. Oh no.
Oh yeah, no. Like you won't be able to buy them back in like 30 minutes.
Yeah, like it's sort of them. Like it's like you know what I'm saying. Like I think the YouTube scene's kind of like. I think we had a peak when everyone was trying to get over, like trying to get their views, where people were doing everyday videos. It was like Simon would be doing millimeter and MLSF, and Vic would be doing 3 channels, and like obviously those guys are at a point where like now they don't need to upload that much.
I was gonna say like
the problem is that
they put in the hours.
It's now more rare for a YouTuber to break in because no one's really looking for like new YouTubers like that. Like this, so then you're just kind of like stuck. Like it's like you've got KSI up here, and I feel like you've got side member like them, like people like Chris D, like they bang views, but then obviously I feel like it's in quite a niche audience. Freezy and Lux used to do like banger videos, but now they just kind of like once a month maybe or something. Like
because like I was thinking about it, I was watching Click stream Fortnite, and then like in between this Fortnite when he just stopped playing and he started watching, he was eating, so he just pulled up YouTube to watch some videos. Team AMP, by the way, didn't know who the fuck they were until he clicked a video of theirs where they did the going to school thingy about whatever.
Any means possible.
And I was like, oh, okay, that was quite a jokes video.
It's Kaiser that. It's group.
Yeah, his group.
Funny. What's funny is
I just thought he was like a solo.
So I say it's Kaiser that's group. He joined last.
Oh.
So Duke Dennis, basically the reason why you probably won't know who they are, but most people won't, is because they started off as NBA content creators.
Okay.
So it's a lot of like My Park and stuff like that, and then they've transitioned into doing the like more streams. They're like the cool of it. Like they'll do like ciphers and like kind of crazier videos. Like they've done videos playing like football or slam dunk, like trampoline basketball, and obviously there's that stuff. But then Kai popped off from the exposure from there, and then like his streams and stuff he's done there. They do a lot of date stuff too. Like I watch most AMP videos because they're just great.
Fair enough. I did not know who they were.
But they obviously, I think they've blown up a lot in the last year.
Okay.
Like they've gone from like you know, like we've got Beta Squad Sidemen. They went from like Beta Squad-ish levels of like people know them in there like whatever to like shit, the manager's kind of everywhere doing something like shit. I'm like, fair enough.
Who do you think is the biggest FIFA content creator at the moment? And because like I thought about it,
Castro?
the easy answer I was gonna say is Castro, but obviously he doesn't stream as often anymore, and like like the thing is though, like, I've watched Castro, like you know what I'm saying, but I've never found him that like interesting to watch.
Fun to watch. Nope.
Other than when he rages. I'm like, okay, obviously rages will always be funny, but
some funny clips. I'll be honest.
Yeah.
I ain't watching no damn FIFA YouTube. I cannot lie to you.
Yeah, no.
I can't lie. I watch Angry Ginger because he's funny. But
if it's a stream, I'll log onto it for a little bit.
So the only streams I watch on FIFA is clubs.
That's the best fucking content.
Toby was playing clubs yesterday. I watched that. Simon and them man are playing clubs all the side. This was like I've watched that. Sharky's lot do clubs. I will watch that because it's like more chill. I'm not watching you. I am not watching you spend an hour and a half spending about £200 buying packs for you to then go onto your thing and then play div rivals against someone who doesn't have as much money as you. So then now all you're doing is everyone's doing the same meta fucking move. Like it's just like all that happens in EA and FIFA, whatever, is that you spend the first month learning what works, and then all anyone does is just buy the same cards. You play the same teams over and over again, and then people are like, "Oh, there's no fun."
Bro, that is the same meta. I feel like with obviously the fact that I can compare this to Pokemon too, but it's kind of just makes sense because like you pick the exact same team and map it over. That's why I used to genuinely enjoy playing like competitive, and then especially with this game, Scarlet and Violet, bro. Every team when I hopped into it, like I would try mix up my teams because I want to have fun. Let's use different teams.
Yeah, I
would queue into 10 battles with random people around the world. You could be from Japan, you could be from the USA, wherever the fuck.
Same 6.
9 out of the 10 teams, bro. Copy and paste.
Same moves. Yeah,
and I just stopped playing. I was like, this is boring.
So this is what happens. So when you when you make a game competitive, and this is the problem they have in the Ultimate Team, it drains the fun out of the game because now people are like, look, if I don't like Mbappe is overpowered, so I've got to have Mbappe, but then everyone has Mbappe, so it's not overpowered anymore because everyone's using him. Problem means that now instead of playing a game as 1-0, it's like 6-5, but we don't know who's better than the other one is because you're just both using the same meta shit. When I started playing Ultimate Team, I enjoyed it because you start off, and by day 1, you have a bronze team, 40 to 50 rated. I was talking about this the other day to someone. You start off with the bronze team, and you would play the game, earn coins, and then you'd upgrade. You start with your striker, get them like silver, and then you get the just gold, and then you'd like slowly work up your team. You get lucky with a couple pack pulls, and by like December-ish, you'd have a full good gold team. Then the Christmas noobs would jump on the game who hadn't played it because they'd only got it for Christmas from their parents, and then they would have bronze teams. So then you'd feel sick because you're playing against a lot of teams who are like so much like you put months in and they haven't put any like time in. So then you're like, oh, easiest light work, and then you get a couple of easy games, and then that keeps you through to like February, March, and then the game falls off like April, May, and then you got team of the seasons, all like that, and that's when you got like the super goated teams. Now, brother, I'm seeing starter teams, and all the starter teams are like 88 rated golds. What are we building to?
There's no point.
A man said, show me your day 1 teams. I saw an icon in there.
Exactly.
I was threw up. I was like, then what are we doing? What are we building to? You're just gonna use the same team all year.
It's mad. Like, they're not loans. They are just straight up teams. It's crazy, bro.
Because people are going on they're going on and buying packs off the web app and then just fucking spamming them out till they get shit. Or
just do you know what I despise? Obviously, I don't play Ultimate Team, never will. But like, if I was, who the fuck was I watching? I think I was watching Danny Aaron's. Again, I logged on for a whole of 5 minutes and then I was like, I'm done. But like, every single time, like, he loaded into the game. This is the one thing which irks me. If you see someone pause at the beginning of the game and make a sub, I'm like, what are we doing? I get. Oh,
put it in the first 5 minutes. Oh my god, brother, just fit him into your team, blood. Why are you using super subs in the first minute of the game?
I was gonna say, my guy brought on Dennis Bergkamp. I was like, what are we doing?
He's an icon. Just dash him in the team, blood. Oh, sorry. I get no, because I used to enjoy Ultimate Team because it used to be 3 different ways to play the game. You could either spam the game out so much that you got coins and use them coins to do things. Buy the right players, sell like basically stock trading. Like you can buy a player when they're out of like form or something, or like people use them less, and then sell them for higher and you make your money. Or like Nepenthes used to do the bronze pack method, still does it. You buy loads of bronze packs and then you sell them, and all like things like. If United doing well and a Rashford player of the month comes out, people would sell all the United players because they'd be worth more, and then you get like there was that way of doing it, and that was like more tactical than Road to Glories. There were the people who would just spend all their money and be like money, and there were people who would like be more strategic with it. And I was like, you know what? It's quite tactical how you play it, and you go into games and like FIFA 14, 15. And you go into games with different teams because like those were the times you couldn't even you had to buy a player with the right formation on it because it was specific which one you could use, and people would get hyped when they packed a sick player. People don't get hyped anymore.
Nope.
Mom, I put a Hazard. That was iconic. Fucking Rashford dashing his chair into a TV because he's got Ronaldo. Those were iconic moments. Now people go, Mbappe. Cool.
Woo, Mbappe.
But you can go into the fucking thing and they're like, here's a 92
woo, Mbappe. Who else is in the pack? You just got Mbappe.
It's like
What do you
oh
mean?
French.
Who else is
They're like French striker, PSG. Ooh, Mbappe. He's worth 50,000 coins. Anyway, moving on. I'm like,
Bro, that's
the games. This is why I only play Pro Clubs like that.
Wait, who did you pack yesterday? Was it yesterday?
Today.
Today.
It was
Yes?
Rodri.
Rodri.
Was it a free pack too?
Bro, because bro, in the past I would have looked at that. That is fucking sick. When you said that in the chat, I was like,
oh, no. It's a T.
I'm so desensitized. I'm like, you got his 89 rated, right?
Let me walk through what happened though. This is what I saw. Spanish CDM Man City. I said, oh shit, one of the best CDMs in the Premier League. Like, Premier League, you know, I was like, one of the best players in the Premier League. I was like, oh my god, 89 rated. I'm gassed. Let me, bam. I checked on football. That nigga's worth 20k. That nigga ain't worth that damn thing. Fam, I looked at it and said, Ara said, oh, you could just buy him. Damn. I went from like, cool.
To sadness,
cool.
real.
Yeah, I was like, oh, and then fucking half these players are like 800 coins. I'm like, you know what's happened? Everyone jumps on early, gets their super teams, and then when they don't get a player, like if it's not a meta player who's exactly in the 14 players they're allowed to use, they just sell them for cheap. So then all these players go from like 20k to like 5k because no one wants them. It's like, great. And then I'm like, well, if I pick him up, I know he's shit, so now, like, cool. There's no fun in this. Like, I'll grind out Ultimate Team this year just because I don't want Dark to have a better team than me. That's the only reason. I'm playing squad battles like, nah, this nigga can't have a better team than me because if he beats me, I'm mad. That's it. That's the only motivation. It's just... I liked games when they were fun. Now they're too competitive and it's like... It's not as fun. And, like Pokemon, like fucking FIFA, fucking Call of Duty's gone that way. Like Fortnite, you jump on the game, there are 10 men hid behind a door, crouched on a hay bale, and it's like, can we just run around and have fun? Like, please.
Right,
maybe like
there is no such thing as happiness.
I don't have a game I play for fun anymore apart from clubs. That's it. And even then, I don't know if that's fun. That's more. I was watching Ninja syndrome.
Before we did the podcast. I was watching Ninja play Fortnite, and I was like, this makes me want to play Fortnite. But I was like, wait, T, you know the second you log in, you're gonna get your cheeks clapped. Are you sure you want to do this? That John Cena meme. Are you sure about that? I was like, deep down, I'm like, this would be really fun to play Fortnite right now. But I'm like,
you know, that's funny. I thought about that earlier. I was like, oh, I play Fortnite a little bit.
Wait, did you say you're gonna stream today?
Yes.
What time? Only because I'm being conscious of the time.
I don't know.
All right.
6-ish, 7-ish. I don't know.
All right. Do you, depend. What were you gonna stream?
I don't fucking know anymore. Okay, because
I was gonna go like FIFA. A Fortnite FIFA combo. Double depression. Let's get it.
How much of a combo? Because see the way my bank account set up is.
Listen, that depends how long you're streaming for. You're the master of your own destiny here, brother.
I do have a visit tomorrow, so I can't go full depression.
I can't go full depression,
but I can go to like 70%. So
all right. Listen, we can play it by ear, bro. We can play it by ear. See how things go.
No, but definitely play it by ear because I'll lock off the stream if I get vexed. I will lock off the.
All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna skip over the core questions today because fuck that. And it's already been. Weeks. I was gonna say. However, which will mean we're gonna hop straight into the end game here for adult confessions.
Fucking. Can we skip adult confessions and go into like the core thing? I'm not fine. We got these stupid categories that make no damn sense.
All right. So I've got 4 for you today. 4 for you.
Yeah. 4. What I do wrong?
All right. All right, cool. We'll do these 4. So, would you like embarrassing moments, my cheating heart, funny as fuck, or revenge?
Let's start with the embarrassing moment.
All right. This was written by a 40-year-old bisexual male. It's called Beat Up by My Female Neighbor. When I was in 7th grade, My neighbor and I got into a altercation. It was my only fight I've ever been in. I can't remember what we were arguing about. Anyway, I remember trying to play it up like I was all tough, but she wasn't buying any of it. We started fighting, and she easily got the best of me and overpowered me, and I started to cry. My mom came home, and she let me go, and I walked away before my mom took me upstairs and also beat me for trying to fight with my neighbor. I've still not gotten over this today.
Wait. Can you repeat that last sentence?
And which bit?
Right.
The bit where his mom took him.
Yeah, no, that one. I need to hear.
My mom
that
took me upstairs and also beat me for trying to fight my neighbor. I've still not gotten over this to this day. And then you put a little dash thingy and put, "Don't ever underestimate women."
Yes. Secondly,
also, what
already got whooped,
bro? Also, it's got 2 upvotes and 10 downvotes. What in the what is, who the fuck is downvoting that, bro? I don't understand. Bro deserved to get his ass beat.
Nah, but the second ass whooping was not needed.
Yeah. I mean, I just tell him off. Like, obviously, don't fucking fight. I mean, the second
no, it should be a teaching lesson. What he did not need, was getting his ass whooped by 2 women in one day.
It's rough, bro.
He did not need his mom to tag it and start throwing hands.
One of the comments is, "You're a stupid cunt." All right.
I can't lie. My favorite bit about that was when you were like, "Oh, I got beat up by my female neighbor." I was like, "Okay." I was in the 7th grade. I was like, "Damn. Okay, cool." Like,
bro, my guy got doubled down. All right.
Wait, what's it? What's 7th grade for us?
It's not year 7. Is it year 8?
It's 13. That nigga
so
was 13.
Yep.
You got. You're too big to get your hands put on you like that twice,
bro.
Nah.
The kid got his shit pushed in, bro.
Nah, to be fair, it's fair. I take it back now. Now I know you're 13. You should have known not to be trying to fight women anyway. So
yeah, bro. Know your mom was brother.
Your mom was trying to save you from a Man United future. So carry on.
Jeez, Lord have mercy, bro. That's a mad sentence. All right. From Revenge, we'll go next. This was written by 43-year-old female. The title's just called Revenge as well. I generally dislike the feeling of revenge, as it seems quite petty. Not anymore after I was sent a picture of my ex-husband cheating on me. Since that moment, I have taken a phase of being a hoe, and I've pretty much fucked every guy who I've matched.
Reload it.
I generally dislike the feeling of revenge, as it seems quite petty. Not anymore after I was sent a picture of my ex-husband cheating on me. Since that moment on dating apps, I've fucked almost every single guy that I've matched with. Every single time, this is a bit weird. Every single time I've had sex with these people, I've taken a photo of them fucking my pussy. Obviously, without the faces, she'd put it in brackets. Obviously, no faces involved. I've texted it to him every single time. I think I am blocked now because the messages no longer go all the way through. His ex-wife's pussy is no longer his. Full stop. All caps. Asshole. Exclamation mark. This has 30 upvotes and 2 downvotes. Next up. Holy shit. All right. We'll go to Funny as Fuck. This was written by a 46-year-old female. It's called All in the Family. I don't know where this is gonna go, bro. It's called All in the Family. From Down Under. Just to show you that you can get in trouble and you are the innocent. Just to show you that you can get in trouble and you are the innocent bystander. My sister got married, and after 2 years, she hadn't produced what was expected of her. That's a weird sentence, but okay. She blamed her husband, so much so that she said out loud at Christmas to leave her alone. He was trying. My BIL stood up. I don't know what a BIL is.
Brother-in-law.
Oh, my brother-in-law stood up and said it was all bullshit. He took me by the wrist to prove it. 9 months later, I had a baby with him.
I need you to repeat like the last half of that. What?
She blamed her husband, so much so that she said out loud at Christmas, "Leave me alone." She was trying. My brother-in-law stood up and said it was all bullshit. He took me by the wrist to prove it. 9 months later, I had a baby with him. Any thoughts? Nope.
So,
any thought? Any gift? Any gift?
you know that like dialogue thing. This is.
All right. The final one for you today. This was written by a 35-year-old male from my cheating heart.
Wait. God, Lord, please be normal. Please be normal. Okay.
It's called My Wife's Best Friend. A few years ago, my wife and her longtime best friend, Jenna, were having some drinks and making up a new recipe that they saw online for dinner. I was working in the yard. About the time I came in, my wife's sister showed up and took my wife to the grocery store to get some stuff that they were missing. I gave my wife a kiss while she was walking out and went straight to the shower. I got out and put on some gym shorts, not thinking anything of it. As I walked into the kitchen, her best friend, Jenna, blurted out, she's a lucky woman. I laughed thinking she was just messing around, but then she grabbed my tool, threw my shorts, and she told me to fuck her before they got back. She said she only she said she had wanted me for years, but my wife wasn't into sharing. Jenna looked pretty good, I can't lie. And my wife hadn't exactly been giving me everything I need. So I quickly pulled my cock out and moved Jenna's shorts to the side and had sex with her. But I didn't finish inside her. I quickly pulled out and finished on the floor. After that altercation, we texted in private for a while, arranging to try meet, but it never worked out. She still sends me some nudes from time to time, but I don't think anything will ever truly come from it. This has 25 upvotes and 2 downvotes.
It's fake. It's fake. That nigga's that nigga's lying.
you just want to believe that?
I'm calling cap. Man's like, oh, my wife had the room and I just pulled the thing. Nah, you're lying. Just lying. You're just lying.
Listen, man.
No, your wife has a friend that is peng, and you want to do something with her. So what happened is in your brain, your little dream, you're like, cool. Now you come onto this little thing here, so you write it out because you're like, I just want to believe I'm that guy. And now you want the good comments with her. Yeah, because there's no, I don't believe it.
Listen, it's possible. Listen, brother. Also, if it is true, don't cheat on your fucking partner, bro. But trash human beings will be trash. He didn't do it.
It's fine. It's fine. He's not trash. He's just a dreamer. I get it.
I mean, hey, he followed Davian's golden rule. If you don't finish his cider, it's not cheating. And on that note, ladies and gentlemen, please make sure to like, subscribe.
I put it. This one needs. I put it. In light of recent events, this one needs to stop.
We love you guys.
In light of recent events, that little catchphrase needs to stop. Okay.
Goodbye.
You trying to get a nigga killed in this bitch?